I didn't go home this holiday. I went to San Francisco. My friend plays for the San Francisco Dons, so she was staying there for the break, and my sister came, so it was a nice little Croatian Christmas.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges of coming back from break and getting back into the grind of practice in the season?
I mean, obviously you're not doing the same amount of work that you're going to be doing while you're here, especially conditioning-wise, but I feel like this year it was really easy to get back into practice, and we didn't have any issues, and I feel like we just left off where we we just continued from where we left off when we were before the break.
Is that like a mindset thing?
I mean, I would say so, yeah, but it's also about when you're at the break, you're not really at the break, you're constantly thinking about, all right, what's next? We need to get ready for the next game, especially with these two games that we have coming up next. Those are really two good teams, so, you just have to be prepared even when you're on the break. So
the team looks like it's had more energy the last few games, and as someone who kind of drives that energy for the team, did something change? Did you ask guys to pick it up? Did Paige ask guys to pick it up, or are you just guys getting more confident?
I mean, I would just say that we trusted the process, and we trusted that our work and what we do every day in practice is going to, come to life and be seen and be felt. So I feel like nothing specifically happened or has changed. I just feel like we trusted the process and didn't give up on it. So
I know y'all talk a lot about shutting out the noise, especially considering how many losses and how early in the season, all that other stuff that happens on the outside. But internally, how did y'all take it from game to game, specifically considering that since that early stumble, y'all have sort of found your stride?
I mean, just understanding that those things, outside noise and all that, it doesn't really matter, and it's just unnecessary distraction if you pay too much attention to it. Obviously, it's a process. Everybody has to figure that out on their own, but just understanding that we are in this together, and everybody else, is not here with us in practice every day and doesn't necessarily see or understand what it's like to go through all of these things and what we have going on. So just understanding that we are the only ones that actually know, and blocking that noise out willingly or unwillingly, that's all we had to do. So I don't think it was that hard.
How have you seen your chemistry grow as a team, especially given the changes in starting lineups and everything?
Yeah, as I always say, we're so used to changes and starting lineups. It doesn't even matter who starts. I feel like the sparks that we have off the bench are always amazing, and our chemistry has just been growing more and more every day, and we feel it and we feed off of it, I feel like, a lot. So just, the way we have been trusting the process, and then that process is proving us, hey, you're trusting me for a reason. So it just goes both ways. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep trusting the process and working hard.
How much is in the back of your mind losing at Marquette last year and that back-to-back loss thing, which ended with them?
I haven't even thought about it, to be honest with you. Just hasn't been on my mind. I feel like this is a complete new year, complete new team for us, completely different game and different circumstances. So just 100% focus on this game, nothing else.
You've mentioned the process a few times. What exactly is it for you? Is it you guys just figuring out the role you have to have with the players who are here now, or what is the process?
I would just say, in practice, we have been getting hit the whole preseason with the injuries and everything else. So, it kind of shakes your mental, but it's important to never doubt, and we haven't doubted at all, the team that we've had, the team that we have, and just trusting that. I don't feel like it's necessarily practice for us. I feel like with whoever we have out there, whatever the lineups are, whoever's available, we always go hard. Nothing changes in practice for us, not the expectations, not the standard, nothing. So I feel like just trusting that whoever we have out there is enough for us.
Well, how does it change what you see from the defense when Ash is hitting threes like she is and kind of forces them to respect that?
Yes, she's just become super confident in herself, and You can definitely see it on the court, and she's an amazing scorer, and I feel like she's going to show out even more than she has been, and she's only a freshman. So to have her on the offensive end like that, it makes up for a lot of people that are out this year, which is super important for us. And her stepping up like that is huge. And it's not that good for other people's defense, I would say.
Well, I mean, nobody can be AZ, but she gives you a lot, something of what AZ gave you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, nobody can be AZ, but nobody can be Ashlyn either. So. Nobody can be nobody, but we can all step up and fill in some of the other people's roles, and I feel like she has done an amazing job at that.
How would you assess your first 12 games this season?
I would say that they haven't been perfect. I would say that we made some mistakes. There have been some games that we might not be very proud of, but there are some games that we are proud of, and we're just going to keep building on those.
You personally?
I mean, me personally, I feel like I have a role that I have to fulfill. I have been fulfilling it. I haven't been fulfilling it. It's been an up and down process for me. But overall, as long as we're winning, I'm happy with that.
I feel like over the past few games, we've seen you hit more threes. Is that something that you really want to bring out of you more offensively to contribute?
I mean, I've been working on it a lot. I've been in the gym, so I've become more confident in taking them. I don't think it was necessarily the problem of me making them. I feel like it was me taking them, knowing when's the right shot, and knowing when's the right opportunity to take it. Because when you have so many scorers on the team, sometimes it's hard to understand which shot is yours and which one isn't. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how it is. And so just understanding that, being more confident when I shoot it, I'm going to make it. And, yeah.
I know you typically get everyone's best shot because it's UConn. But when conference play gets started, how does, if not the intensity, just how does coming out change for you a little bit?
How does what?
Just coming out, preparation, rhythm, schedule, all that sort of stuff.
I mean, I don't think it changes a whole lot. I feel like, our non-conference games were really hard this year. We had some tough opponents. But I don't think Big East is going to be any easier or, there's going to be any easier opponents. As you can tell, we have Marquette coming up, Creighton coming up. Like, those are really, really good teams. And we're going to shoot it like every year. We always shoot conference play the same way we shoot non-conference play. So I don't think anything is going to change in terms of preparation, the way we look at games, what we do after games. I feel like everything's going to stay the same for us.
I think they said on the broadcast in Toronto that when you went to Tampa for the NBA Academy, were you roommates with Aaliyah?
Yeah.
What were your first impressions of her when you met her? What was she like?
She was really quiet when I met her, I remember, which was so weird looking back right now. But, I mean, my impression was that she's a really good person. She was just quiet, shy, to herself a little bit, but then on the court, she was a beast. And I wanted her here with me even back then, so I'm glad that that happened and that we're here together now in our senior year, and it's just been an amazing, journey to look back at.
Did you stay in touch with her after that, or was it like you committed to UConn, then all of a sudden it pops up on your feed that, oh my God, I know her, she just committed to UConn?
No, we stayed in touch, obviously not everyday talk, but we definitely stayed in touch, and then once I heard that UConn's recruiting her too, obviously, we've been a little bit more talking from both sides, so, yeah.
How important have KK's contributions been in putting all this together right now?
They have been huge. I feel like, she brings us that huge spark, huge energy. Everybody feeds off of her energy and her confidence, and just knowing that, she's a freshman and she brings so many things to our team is huge, and she has been a huge factor for us.